Welcome back to the review space. In this video, we take a look at the top 10 youngest female champions in pro wrestling. These women wrestlers became title holders in their respective promotions and divisions at an earlier age than their peers, and would go down in history as some of the fastest rising stars in the pro wrestling industry. Number 1. Wendi Richter. As the face of women's wrestling in the 1980s, Wendi Richter became the youngest WWE Women's Champion at 22 years old on July 23, 1984. The event, called The Brawl to End It All, was broadcasted live on MTV and introduced women's wrestling to a new generation of fans. Wendi eventually accepted her induction into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2010, a quarter of a century after her fallout with the company. Number 2. Paige. English-born second-generation wrestler Paige was only 20 years old when she became the inaugural NXT Women's Champion in 2013 and held the title for 308 days. Then, she won the WWE Divas Championship on her debut match at the age of 21. Interestingly, Paige's mother, Saraya Knight, became the oldest Shimmer Women's Champion at 40 years of age when she won the title in March 2012. Number 3. Chyna. Chyna was 28 years old when she became the first woman to become WWE Intercontinental Champion. This makes her the only female wrestler to win the IC title by defeating Jeff Jarrett in a Good Housekeeping match, a sort of hardcore gimmick match that used kitchen weapons. Chyna would become one of the most dominant female wrestlers of all time, competing in the Royal Rumble, King of the Ring, and even became the number 1 contender for the WWE title at one point. Number 4. Taylor Wilde. Taylor Wilde was only 22 years old when she became the youngest TNA Knockouts champion in June 2008. Taylor also became one half of the inaugural TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions along with Sarita in September 2009. Despite becoming champion in her early 20s, Taylor Wilde retired from pro wrestling in February 2011 at the age of 25 years old. Number 5. Daphne. At age 24, Daphne would become the youngest woman to win the WCW Cruiserweight Championship on May 15, 2000. She shared the title with Crowbar, initially as co-champions after defeating Chris Candido and Tammy Sytch on Monday Nitro. Daphne would later appear for various promotions including TNA, Wrestlicious, and Shine Wrestling as a competitor, manager, and host. Number 6. Velvet McIntyre. At the age of 20, Velvet McIntyre won the WWF Women's Tag Team Championship in May 1983 with her partner Princess Victoria. Unfortunately, Princess Victoria was injured in September 84 and forced to retire, so Velvet held the titles with a new partner, Desiree Peterson, until December 1984. Velvet would also win the WWE Women's Championship in 1986 and hold various indie women's titles in the early 90s after leaving the WWF. She retired from pro wrestling in 1998. Number 7. Mildred Burke. Mildred Burke was only 21 years old when she became the Women's World Champion on January 28, 1937. Mildred would win the title 3 times and reign as Women's World Champ for over 13 years. She was posthumously inducted to the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame in 1996 and the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame in 2002. Number 8. Sue Green. Sue Green was born in 1953 and she became the NWA World Women's Champion on February 2nd, 1976. She turned 23 years old that year and held the title for a month. Sue Green was awarded by Pro Wrestling Illustrated as Girl of the Year in 1976 and would be included in the NWA Hall of Fame class of 2011. Number 9. Dynamite Kansai. Dynamite Kansai was only 22 years old when she became the first JWP Openweight Champion on December 1st, 1992. She held on to the title for 656 days and would win the title for a second time, holding it for another 541 days and dominating. The JWP Openweight title is the oldest active Joshi Puroresu championship in Japan after being established in 1992. Number 10. Xochitl Hamada. Xochitl Hamada was only 22 years old when she became the CMLL World Women's Champion on March 1993. She won the title at a live event in Mexico City and reigned for over 200 days. She also became the first AAA Queen of Queens champion in the late 90s, the only female exclusive title in the AAA promotion. Xochitl came from a wrestling family, with her father Gran Hamada finding success in the Mexican promotion UWA, and her younger sister Ayako Hamada also involved in various Mexican, Japanese, and American promotions such as TNA, AAA, and Shimmer. So that's it for this episode of the Top 10 Youngest Female Pro Wrestling Champions. Thanks for watching the review space. Check out the channel for more videos. Stay tuned for another Top 10 Pro Wrestling list. And until next time, ciao.